Hello everybody and welcome to Rogue Trader. So, this is my first time playing this, and my first time playing any Warhammer actually. A little bit of a Warhammer virgin. Am I small? I might be small. Hold on. Can I? Whoa, whoa. Oof. Growing very quickly. That's what she said. Right. Can I just move? Am I gonna be in the way? We're gonna find out. Main story. Alright, that sounds what we're gonna do. Oh, that's a lot of settings. Okay. So on normal, they have a minus to dodge. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of reading here. NPC characteristic modifier. Okay, what if we go to daring? Okay, so you see this is like a minus 10, a plus 20 here, yada yada yada. This is telling me this is not what the game was balanced around. This, everything at 0, skill test difficulty. Oh. Are we daring, chat? We might be daring. Also, do we have chat still working on this screen? I think we do. Let's try daring. Choosing this difficulty is not recommended for players who are not already familiar with Rogue Trader systems as well as its implementation in this game. Sure. I'm sure this will not come back and bite me, chat. Okay. Hekata, Darius, Bahadur. Love the hat, dude. When Tango played, he spent half of stream in just settings and character selection, but he's a massive optimization nerd. Sounds like a Tango thing to do, yeah. Hey, Cyan says. Good to see you here. How are you doing? You think we're daring? Okay. I mean, you're all daring for being here, chat. I mean, I feel like we're playing a CRPG, right, chat? So, I feel like we have to make our own. Ooh, I like the look of this lady. Chat is still appearing in the overlay. Excellent. Let me know if we need to move that as well. I think that's a pretty good position for now. Ooh, I do like the captain too. Not a fan of the pipe. Ooh. I don't think we're the holy person. You know, chat, as someone who doesn't understand Warhammer at all, is there are there fireballs in here? This guy looks like the guy from Will from what is the game? Baldur's Gate. Heresy. Look, I don't know. You look very normal. You look bae. You're badass. So I think I'm between this lady and this lady. What do you mean fireballs? You know, balls of fire? Great balls of fire. In fact, I think we go with a super dominant macho lady here with the sword and the Flammenwerfer. Okay, so then we go to appearance. Ooh, do we need to match? Black hair, kind of tall. Okay. A little bit squarish face. Oh. Okay, it's just the two. Okay. Hmm, 7 seems kind of close. Not 14. I think it might be 7. Yeah, 7. What? Great Balls of Fire was not playing volleyball with the boys? I'm sure that's a reference that I should get. No casting fireballs at each other. I'm disappointed. Why are we even playing this? Hey, what reset my face? Come on. There we go. Let's go 3 and Gamer Pale. This is like Lizard Man territory. That's not our thing. Yeah, Gamer Pale it is. You think there's a fireball per se, but you will get to set plenty of fires as a psyker. Ooh. Now that's what I'm talking about. Also, I left my window open. It is cold as heck. 1 second. Setting things on fire? I mean, that's like discount fireball. If that's all I can get, that's what I'm gonna take. Yep. Alright, so we have Home World. We have Death World. Plants, beasts, and sometimes even environment itself takes aggressive and destructive forms. Inimical to human life. That's a new word I've never heard before. While it's exceptionally difficult to colonize, many Death worlds possess valuable resources that are quite on outputs. This is starting really well, chat. This is starting really well. I can read, I promise you. These harsh environments result in some of the hardest and most resilient populations in the galaxy. Okay. We get survival instinct. Won't be combat when the wounds of a Death World character drop below 30%. They gain temporary hit points. Gain plus 20 bonus to dodge and armor while they have at least 1 temporary wound from any source. Okay, this seems good for like a tank-like build. You get strength, toughness, agility, intelligence, and fellowship. So I know you've all probably read this already, chat, and probably played yourself, but I've never played, so I'm just gonna go quickly through all of these stats here and see what they do. Well, physical strength affects damage in melee and allows to lift heavy objects. Okay. 1 point gives 5% more damage with one-handed and 10% more damage with melee. Affect the athletics skill. So is this like the same kind of skill system as in Pathfinder? I would imagine so. Toughness defines how you can shrug off pain, resist poison, toxin, disease, etc. Increase the chances of resisting negative physical effects. You gain plus 10% wounds. I don't understand the wounds mechanic yet. I don't know how big of a thing that is. Inimical to human life means it's really bad for humans. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Just like northern Sweden. Carouse. Represents stability resistant negative effects. Applied by some poisons, stimulators, or alcohol. Make you access to new dialogue options. So you're basically saying if I don't want to be a cheap date, I have to stack Carouse. Okay, fair enough. Couldn't say, you know, I've been to Northern Sweden. It is pretty inimical to human life. It's cold as fuck, pretty much. Agility, okay. Quickness response, improves initiative, dodge chance, okay. If a character uses a melee weapon, the dodge reduction is equal to half of their agility. Okay, so if we don't use a melee weapon, I guess we get full dodge reduction. Okay. Intelligence is knowledge, acumen. Each point gives 5% more damage with non-burst ranged area attack. That's a lot of qualifiers. Also affects the lore, Imperium, lore warp, Xenos, logic, Medicae, and tech use. Okay, we might want to be an int build. You can see the Aurora. That's gonna be worth the trip. Yeah, for a trip, yeah, sure. There's World about Human Life. You thought it was like Iceland, Greenland. Before or after Trump gets it? Too soon? I don't know. Fellowship represents a character's ability to interact with other creatures to deceive, charm, or befriend this. This is basically charisma. Okay, yeah, that's basically charisma. So we're probably not a Death Worlder. Oh, there's a willpower stat that was not in that list. Withstand the horrors of the warp. What is the warp? Veil degradation. There is so much lore being laid on me right now. As an American, you're sorry that you did this again to humanity. No comment. The warp is the immaterium. It's basically where bad comes from. Ah, okay. So again, northern Sweden. It's also close to thing. You're going to get magic. Ooh, okay. So when psychers reach deep into warp to power their abilities, there's always a chance of the Empyrean bleeding into our reality, unleashing its destructive influence. Okay. Use of psychic powers in battle by both allies and foes tears at the veil between the materium and the immaterium, between the reality and the nightmarish realms beyond. Okay. While the veil holds, using psychic powers presents little danger, and their use merely triggers psychic phenomena. Oh my god, we're going deep into the info tree here. Each time a psychic uses their psychic powers, a veil between the real space and the warp degrades, which can trigger psychic phenomena. They're more disconcerting than dangerous, intruding into the thoughts of people around the psychic or causing omens and visions. Okay. Psychic phenomena reduce momentum of the party, distracting them from combat, lowering their morale, or just causing bad luck. Psychics can be sanctioned or unsanctioned. The chances that sanctioned psychics will cause psychic phenomena are halved, while unsanctioned psychics instead have increasing chances and +1 to their psi rating. I don't know about you, chat, but to me, it seems like we are unsanctioned. I mean, this basically just sounds like a choice of hinges or no hinges. And I think that's pretty obvious, chat. I think that's pretty obvious. We have no hinges here. And I may have jumped the gun here, but we're most definitely gonna do a psyker. Because magic. Fireballs. Right. So we probably want to reduce veil degradation. Okay. While the veil holds, yada yada. Should the veil degradation reach 15, magic number, chance to cause phenomena doubles. The chance for it to occur is psi rating plus veil degradation. Okay, so we want a high... We want a low psi rating? Okay, so the stronger you get, the more degradation. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Okay. So we want willpower to reduce negative mental effects and psychic powers. Okay. So having no hinges means you'll be unhinged pretty much. Yeah. I'm going to hinge jail. Actually, it's 40k. They will throw you in the hinge grinder and make some soil and hinge to feed to the serfs. Oh my god. I know some of these words. Alright, of course, then int and strength. What does fortune do? A void-bound character can re-roll any failed attack, dodge, parry, or skill test with a 20% chance of success. That's... okay. This can be useful, but also not. You can quote me on that. 4K's universe doesn't like sentient life or non-sentient life or non-life. Okay. 40k is horrible. I'm starting to get the idea, chat. Alright. Yep. Additionally, any enemy dodge or parry against the void projector has a 20% chance to fail after a successful roll. Okay. So that's a flat 1 in 5 chance to break a dodge, which is kind of good. Oh, talents. Bloody mess. Anytime a Voidborn character scores a critical hit, there's a 10% chance to double the damage. I like double damage. Worse than Battletech? Is that possible? I mean, Battletech is kind of bloody too, to be honest. Also, there's a lot of modded Battletech stuff now, and I'm kind of curious. Anyway, just a flesh wound. Okay, chance to survive after suffering lethal damage. Surviving with 1 wound. Wounds are a measurement of how much punishment the character can take before suffering debilitating effects and ultimately death. Every character has a specified number of wounds. A character can often increase their wounds by spending experience points and improving their characteristics such as toughness. Okay. Be smart. That might not be us, chat. That might not be us. Anytime an ability or talent uses a fellowship bonus, a Voidborn character can instead use the intelligence bonus if it is higher. Okay. Voidborn characters can always upgrade intelligence even if their archetype doesn't allow it. Okay, so this basically means we can probably ignore fellowship and stack int instead. That's how I'm reading that. Using non-damaging ability on an ally grants that ally the ability to re-roll any failed attack. Dodge, parry, characteristic or skill test with 20% chance of success for 1 round. Using any non-damaging ability on an ally. So if we like buff our guys, they get an extra buff. Trim Battletech, they glass entire planet, but 4K it's just don't dot me. Come on, bro. Using a non-damaging ability on an enemy grants them 20% chance to fail a successful dodge or parry. Okay, this seems to be this talent kind of, to me, is indicating a buffer enchanter, buffer debuffer kind of archetype. While a Voidborn character has more than 50% wounds, all chances of all creatures, including enemies, all chances of all creatures, including enemies in a 3-cell radius are increased by 10%. While a Voidborn character has less than 50% wounds, all chances of all creatures, including enemies in a 3-cell radius are decreased by 10%. So is this like there's a threshold, you want to stay high or low wounds? All chances. Is that positive and negative effects? I have no idea. Okay, this is definitely an option. There are aliens that want to eat or fight everything. Everyone else is forced to fight and eat everything. Gods want to eat and fight the fabric of reality, and the only guy that had a shot at fixing it is half dead and has to eat 1,000 psychers a day to not be fully dead. Yikes. You'll see soon enough. Oh my goodness. Okay. High world. Strength in numbers. Okay, what are the stats here? Minus willpower. I don't think this is our guy. Forge for a purpose. Actually, let's look at these. Intelligence minus fellowship. Do we... Ooh. Hold on. Let's start at the top. Forge world characters choose one augmentation system from the following list. Augmentation? Subskin. Wait, what are these people? Forge worlds are the domain of the Adeptus. I'm sorry, chat. I'm butchering this. Adeptus Mechanicus. Did I nail that? entire planets cede to the demands of the vast macro industries. Each is a manufacturing super complex of unimaginable capacity and power. Over the millennia, different forge worlds have become especially renowned for their philosophies of ways of war. Are these some kind of like cyborg people? The bulk of a forge world population is utilized as a labor force, whilst the fortunate few may be inducted into the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus itself. Forge for a purpose. Okay. Subskin armor. So we get 5 plus toughness bonus armor. That seems kind of nice. Oh, we get to pick. We can also get a bunch of dodge or crit chance. Oh. Critical hit, increased damage. Target takes 150% of the attacker's normal damage. The chance depends on the character's critical hit chance. So that doesn't tell me that there's any defense for critical hits. Do we do a crit mage? That sounds like it could be good, but also terrible. Okay, plus intelligent, plus tough, minus fellowship. Ugh. Okay. The first attack in combat with any plasma melta? What's a melta? Or power weapon deals additional damage equal to intelligence bonus. Okay. For the remainder of the combat, the bonus damage is decreased to int half. Okay, so the first shot is stronger. While wearing heavy armor, Forge World characters gain 1 mana? Movement point. Okay. 1 deflection. Okay, that's damage reduction. Okay. And cannot fall prone. That could be good. Forge World characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. Okay, that's good. That offsets the minus. Melters are basically plasma flammenwerfers. Obscene damage in a third. Ahead like 30 years ago. What are you talking about? D&D? So not a fireball, but definitely fire. That's, I mean, we might have to settle for that. Fires of the Forge. It says fire, so I'm already leaning towards this. Forge World characters gain toughness bonus deflection against the burning effect and flame weapons. Could be good because, I mean, there's more than a non-zero chance that we're gonna set something on fire and that something might be us. Persistence of the Forge. Okay, again, stacking 10% bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack. Okay, that seems actually significant. Successful crit hits from single target attacks increase the hit chance and dodge reduction by 20. Okay, so that's kind of leaning into the crit build. We could start off with some weaponry stuff and then maybe go Psyker. Imperial World. We have the Humanity's Finest as a feature. You can select any characteristic. What's a characteristic? Weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, agility. Oh my goodness. Everything. Okay. And add a 10% bonus. Okay. Is this like a human in D&D? You get an extra feat. I like extra feat. Ready? One of these days, chat. One of these days. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally with such an ability, their result. What did I just read?
Welcome, test subject. It's Cave Prime from Earth 1. I am speaking to you from across time.
Oh. I didn't realize the audio was transmitting. How embarrassing. That was just... an archive recording. Yes, that was it, an archive. Cough, I apologize. I sometimes lose myself listening to the profound wisdom of our visionary leader, Dave Johnson. You have to admire someone who views combustible lemons as a viable counter to life's problems. Back to the game now, shall we?
What happened to Whiskey Streamer? Good question. I don't know. I should check. I did have a whiskey earlier, so maybe not today, but I'll try to enable it again. Okay, what was I just reading? When you're affected by an ally's non-damaging ability, or the effects of an ally with such an ability, so like an aura or something, or affect an ally with such an ability, their resolve is increased by Fellowship, divided by 2 for 1 round. Okay. I'm doing my part. If no other characters in the current party has the same archetype as this character, the first archetype ability used in each combat by this character costs 1 action point less. Okay, what are archetype abilities? I guess we'll find out. All allies, excluding Xenos in the current party, gain +5 to the same characteristic as was chosen for humanity's finest. Okay. Better die for the Emperor. Gain extra bonus when lots of wounds. Gain 10 crit hits and 10 armor against Xenos or demonic creatures. I hear there's a lot of Xenos in this game. The cult mechanic is a splinter yet key faction of humans obsessed with anything machine. They seek to ascend by tearing out their own flesh and replacing it with mechanical analogs. Despite their rejection of humanity, they are valid for the proficiency in anything machine and are the backbone of the Imperium's industry. Okay. Okay. I feel like there is probably a lot of potential here for making your party as a whole stronger. But I don't know enough about the mechanics to be able to make that build. And I feel like that's not how we play either. Like, just look at our picture. Do we look like a girl who's gonna put our party first? Or push the party first and then activate the Flammenwerfer? I think it's the latter. So, so far Forge World is looking like our best option here. Okay, Fortress World, never stop shooting. Every time you kill an enemy, gain 10 stacks of never stop shooting. Okay. At the start of the turn, there is a stacks percentage chance that the first attack of this round will cost 0 AP and will not count towards the attack limit per turn. If this effect triggers, all stacks are lost. Okay, so you can build up. Wait, whenever you kill an enemy. So on average, every 5 enemies, you get an extra attack. Every 5 kills. This could be good if you're fighting like Zerglings and there's like a boatload of, trash mobs. I don't know if we'll be fighting big boys or small boys though, so hard to judge. Attack limit per turn? I don't know. We get Perception, which is probably good to find secrets and stuff. This is an Owlcat game after all. Gain +7 to ballistic skill, perception, and willpower while in combat. And minus while out of combat. Ooh. -7 to perception. I don't know about that. These seem like grunts. Like, I'm gonna smack you now. At the end of the turn, Fortress World characters gain stacks of